At the past actually, and 20th of April 2022, and we had a meeting in Kwaku until Utimun said, Mammy, ahoɔden foforɔ bi koraa. Kwaku owusu agye pato. A free sabre company said, Bebo, non do entrance. Na yɛdi nkɔmmɔ. Nsɛm bi no ma sisi na nsɛn, economic intelligence unit for the survey bi aba. Survey no de ba ne nsɛm bebree. But the yedika apeja yedi ano abine mu pa the obeye president ma 2024 2008 economic intelligence unit for one more predict election results ama 2012 on predict money bam 2016 on predict money bam and after 2020 so on predict ya bam so what ama akoya yi kakra ni say well 2024 so on predict omo kan say enyina so ho pa say National Democratic Congress betimi awene but ade ba ko a say omo ye pa betimi aboa na atimi apagya wo mo chances no be ma likelihood so be win no emu be den pa ba ko say on be change omo flag bearer omo the fresh presidential candidate ekwa ebe boa akanyan mu ama omo atimi awene omo awin 2024 elections no well they didn't penny for be so akasa omo adwen foforo efa sade hu yakọ anim ye bedi nkomo ade afa ho there are other issues so ho a but yen kona ye ne honorable Joyce Bawa Mogtari ono kasa edema former president John Dramani Mahama yemisa no se saa asemi e ba ye draw maso e no mo so sen ana wo mu so mu efa minu aba Joyce Bawa Mogtari mu akwaba eba original TV so anopay
yeah we good morning mi chiamu nyina
yo na hona mu boko de
oh nyame adom bia boko
aya de so nka bibia boko hasa na aja economic intelligence unit for na no mo survey ya mo de bai wo mo aka asem bi ewom na asem a wo mo eka no ebi ene se 2024 there is a strong likelihood say NDC be win national elections no na presidential elections no mo ka se nke be ya anka de betimi a ebeboa party mi akanya mu amamo ene se nka be sesa presidential candidate aduru maso muso musen
oh we dey me dance bebre na enu aye nyina aye se EIU omo de omo 2022 research baseline results abetoja na ewomu say yeah political party as in say NDC party yeah was the research department our party headquarters almost mabekwe yes also many other affiliates are almost almost research ejima now when they say EIU the idea almost and I say 2008 2016 2020 na we so ebeka ho idea omoye omojuma so they be omo the reasons that to just say ni same na every ruling government and now be our opposition at the winning election and as reasons in here on winning election it's all part of the process. I am actually not sure how we are actually reducing the whole document to a conversation about who leads the NDC. And when you idea to be urgent because we say, it's a purely internal matter. Now, it is also a subject that is put to a contest. Until you party for a budget to say on or you'll be a bit is usually the person that will be voted for resoundingly or endorsed him to lead the party as flag bearer. Now, when say 2020, these very same conversations are about. But you will realize that President Mahama, every election, is Sunday as flag bearer. Now, our election, be brave, were taken by surprise by the outcome and the positive results of the NDC. Now, women said it was also the party that grew also in leaps and bounds, considering that we have just come out of an election defeat, which led to the induction of President Akufo-Addo into office. And other components of reports, which go further and actually touch on the good people of Ghana and matters to do with the Ghanaian economy. Nema nyina omobobosu. Omoka hardship wansem, omoka corruption wansem, omoka lack of good governance. Any nema bebree edify church say idea incumbent will suffer largely because of those things. What can I say? 2020, they predicted that NPP was going to win a resounding majority in Parliament. Unfortunately, that did not happen. You see, any idea of predictions, no, any of forecasts, no, that they are always things that we should believe. But certainly, this is just a baseline report, and naturally, they'll come up with their own slant on the matter. And see, any idea how we will put this to the test, we will put it to the vote, we will put it to the people of the NDC, and certainly they will be the ones to decide who leads them going into 2024.
Okay, see, sir, Mosha, Bibi Bewo, yeah, Bia, wait me afa a free mu. I won't say there are other issues or more kind, but I say, Akof Bani say, you wouldn't say, it's almost obvious, yeah, His Excellency, the former President John Dramani Mahama, and the Besaya NDC candidate in team. We want to see if it is, we are most so much say, there are some other, loose ends, better tighten, no. Even if we say crumple about said the Niama Binoma, Canabia, Mujan, or what man shady, and I be a tessa.
Oh, so women say, Nima, a human being, dear. There's only one thing air dynamic, and then say change, reforms, amendments, corrections, re-engaging, sampling views. Utiniko, Abonteko, Bisanipa, what their views are, what their opinions are. Until women say, in the aftermath of 2020 election, currently, we are focusing largely on rebuilding our party structures. We are focusing on the internal elections. We are also focusing on the reorganization of the party. Now, when say former President Mahama, John Dramani Mahama, the only party for have become very closely associated and collaborating on a lot of Ejuma Adema party, in a way that we can work very, very hard and assiduously in the run-up to the 2024 election. Until meetings are ongoing, various engagements, traveling across the length and breadth of the country, sampling views. They are regular and constant engagements. What you say? In the party, we use the mapa in a way that we will reposition ourselves. Now, what is say? Remember, we cried. People discussed. Was said we should rebrand. Nipa be starting introduction of our party membership drive. Almost starting outreach programs. Almost starting paying reorganization. And I say, we launched the same app. Now, President Mahama has, a multifaceted hat. Or Yenejima as a statesman, or Yenejima as a politician. Now, also other family commitments. And the idea, they have come up, after 2016, after 2020. And I believe that consistently, the NDC has continued to make improvements, marked improvements, has continued to outdo itself and to outperform itself. In the idea, we are actually positioning ourselves, working very, very hard, irrespective of whether there's an EIU report or not. And in any case, with all the indications and all the indicators, Wokai said 2020, we performed very, very well. A performance that even surprised most of our CSS critics. I believe that it is the response to some of these criticisms and the corrective measures that were taken that led to this current boot-for-boot numbers that we have in the 8th Parliament of Ghana. And see, we are focused, we are poised, we are primed even for power and working systematically to achieve that. Whoever becomes a flag bearer will also be dependent on the choice of the rank and file of the party.
How about the national elections? What you now Jane who say a no mum pa na Ghana for big Gina so party at in 2024. I have the third vice chair of the NPP, Ewa Efiahasi. Tell him, dear pa na GD pa say Ghana for and a big Gina so at the Atuaba in 2024.
Well, only because you have the third vice chair of the MPP in your studio. Mefa kane President Kufona Anuna Kanakan say show us I'm sure that will be a key guide. Only say me chino and share that
no, ba uchi no mudao.
I get it beautifully. Ono the only say or your third vice chair. Wa share asetna na what cheat your promises or mo ye kaneno before 2017 and before 2021. Onwa kana mu pa obehu se anta eduma no bebre na omo so mbeye ne setting omo anye ne sta onim to say corruption mo ka so mbeba and to fight it strongly no eno so ade a omo anye ade onu so nim say hang parliament no was a referendum at the time even on the MPP's abysmal performance. Na economy na omo ka so mo ba they will be the better managers, they will protect the public purse. Ye yehuya ne say Omanpenyin na adodanko akufo parties ya na obono ho a oiboju ejuma na kwantu bebre ni private jet $18,000 an hour in nyoma at a time when Ghanaians are going through enormous hardship. Ampa mom say Ghana, we've continued to chalk some very good successes in terms of your democracy. But the idea you more NPP. Omuni name and yet very extreme politician. In that sense, I'm sure your ma always from a certain perspective. But the idea who feast a see, who feel studio, now will be some nipa 10. Say, your more show more certain country no in terms of governance as the EIU report itself for 10. The idea of more share say, or Mampeni Akufado, any a BDH, Dr. Bamud Baumia, a Jimo Mokasan Babayeno, the idea of Milliana. I'm sure out of the 10, 8 people will tell you that is not the case. It is a referendum. It is a very resounding message out there. Say this government has definitely failed the good people of Ghana. Now, what can I say? In 2017, President Akufo-Addo in Komokra was always about Ghana beyond aid, was always about protecting the public purse, was always about his fight against corruption. Take the trajectory since 2021. The conversation has totally changed. COVID, Nina home, Sembe Bree, CKBA, Nisikomo Seye, COVID meetings in Kwa, Veronica Bacchus, COVID mass, frontiers, whom your money, Sikomo, Gigi Ghanaian, Nina, and they refuse to be accountable for. Osha and Koma, a preceding passage of E-Levy, Osha, Obia oil lawyer, pa, so Mampeni Akufo-Addo. Now we say what the bill equal parliament. Obia only be commit demonstrations they bray against VAT, nyoma. Okay. So these are things that are within our recent history. Or you'll be a 1 year political, opposition leader. He contested 3 times. And we'll find his age too into consideration, in experience, in exposure. We'll find a or you'll be a bad presidency. He will rule in a very modest way, in a very moderate way. And so I said, the emperor is totally naked. And the name said, the vice chair for no, I did for baby, and normal church and the Muslim, I don't understand. Look at where inflation is. And so the Kaiser President Nel, who was the only president in the history of the 8th Republic to achieve a single-digit inflation. You remember the names that they called him. And sometimes I think any arrogance in here. Imagine listening to our leader tell us, sir, we apologize that things did not go according to our expectations. Can you now come and help me to do it better?
All right.
Sometimes there's a certain modesty that I think leaders should also assume, irrespective of where you find yourself on the political spectrum. What you say, it is heartwarming. It shows a certain modesty. It shows some humility. Now, instead, I said, I may share your portion of your leaders inquire your reasons for economic crime. What you say. Because there are just some things that you should not do, you shouldn't say, but we do them and say them all the time. What I say? So you won't say, baby, I chiakra. You so say, ebe can't want them because we are either NPP or NDC. Me sure. President Mahama, dear, Ghana will be in nature. It's not a matter that is in contention. What I say?
All right.
It is so, Jina say, obey Jina as flag bearer. Me, I will hope that the rank and file of the party will be happy to ask him to lead us again, or that he will even be willing to put himself up to contest. What I say is a democracy. Kenya, there are any reasons why we would say A or B. Now, report see the American okay 2016 reactions of then opposition to these same research findings in the Manyama compared to their lukewarm and lackadaisical reaction.
Well,
only said about national security needs to what Brunin
Joyce, thank you very much. Thank you very much. For want of time, NCR. Thank you very much.
And after one mommy tree lesson, thank you.
Uchi no so abem bruta. Abem bruta. I was all about one crowd because Uchi is a chino. Muda ho bruta.
I know, right? Because she says she's there. You're taking the whole market share.
Well, we said that then.
Okay, then. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Joyce Bawa Mogtari, especially to the ex-president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ononi anino ekasa EIU for reporter omre ba no honsem ana ya hwe edibi atudwa.